It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. Just ahead on EA Sports.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Kicker Graham Gano set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
They start the drive with Cook. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second and inches, Cousins toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Cook again. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action now. Cousins. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
Cook following the penalty. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try the middle with Cook.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Oh, a good move at the... And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 14 yards. And the Vikings post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. James Lynch drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center of the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And according to our friends with Next Gen Stats, that sack occurred in a mere 2.1 seconds. Good luck trying to avoid that. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. You see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? when the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Cousins now from the 50. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Cousins on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Second and 4. Now Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is converted.
So that challenge, a successful one. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. From the gun, here's Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Jones throwing on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's James.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Gano's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A first down throw for Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly gave it an attempt. They had a diminutive receiver like this running through the land of giants in the middle of the field, but they couldn't find enough room to get him the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
Waiting on it will be Richie James. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. That quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for the Giants. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they...
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. As a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. James has got it, complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And
and it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Now Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. That came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run it again with Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. with just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Trying the power game with Ham.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Vikings put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you already see him scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready. You also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all total. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now Jones and the Giants down 14-10. A minute 52 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Jones. Pass complete, Galladay.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later, they're going to have to stop the clock.
1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Jones.
His throw's going to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here's Jones. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Up the middle, it's Cook. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. as he'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.